It's story time. Alexandra was so excited to finally become a summer camp counselor. It had been her dream since she went to camp years ago. Getting paid to be outdoors and boss kids around, how could she pass that up? It was the final day of training, and she and her leader, Gu, were hiking in a part of the campground she had never been to. Gu stopped very suddenly and turned to Alexandra. "All right, newbie, this is the final test before you officially become a counselor. It's time for the trust hike." Alexandra couldn't help but smirk at Gu's attempt at being serious. "We are officially off the campground map you were given. I hope you were paying close attention while we were walking, because you will now need to find your way back to the mess hall by yourself with nothing but this." She handed her a flashlight and took Alexandra's phone. Alexandra looked up at the horizon. The sun was already mostly hidden. She was not comfortable with this. "Seriously? I have no idea where we are." "Every counselor before you has been through this and made it out just fine. You're not as lost as you think. Trust me." Alexandra looked out at the dense and dark canopy of trees before her. She took in a deep breath and walked through. The crunch of the leaves beneath her feet was booming in her ears. She steadied her breath. Leaves snapped behind her and she whipped around. Nothing. "Stop being so paranoid," she thought to herself. "We didn't run into trouble on our way here, so why would I run into trouble on the way back, right?" She looked down at the ground. So far, the path was pretty clear. She could do this, she continued to reassure herself. They wouldn't let me do this if it wasn't safe. Her confidence faded when the path beneath her disappeared. Did they pass that log in that tree before? Or maybe they came from the right through that small opening. Alexandra's head began swirling with second guesses. Her flashlight flickered. She smacked it repeatedly until it went completely black. Something grabbed her from behind. "Gotcha!" Gu's voice echoed throughout the forest, her face illuminated from beneath. She couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
"You really thought I was gonna send you back alone? Messing with our noobs is the real counselor tradition. Come on, let's head back together." Alexandra playfully smacked her again, and they continued to walk. Gu led them past the tree with the log. Alexandra sighed. She would have definitely gotten lost if this was a real challenge. After about half an hour, Gu stopped. "What's wrong?" "I think we're lost." "Okay, sure, Gu. Let's just go." What the? Maybe it's a different tree and log that looks just like the other one? There's no way we've been going in a circle. We've been walking uphill this whole time. Let's just keep walking. Come on. Another 30 or so minutes had passed by. Surely they had to be getting closer to camp. And then they saw it again. They heard a tree branch crack in the distance. Gu shot the light towards that direction. They saw the silhouette of a tall, muscular man, but his head did not look human. Gu and Alexandra screamed and ran in the opposite direction. The sound of hooves echoed through the forest as the creature stampeded its way towards them. They batted tree branches out of their way and stumbled through thorny bushes until eventually they tumbled out onto the pavement outside of the mess hall. They looked back at the forest. The sound of hooves had disappeared. Scratched and bruised, Gu and Alexandra jumped up and down and hugged.
"We're okay, Gu. We're okay. Ah, we're okay."
"Alexandra! Gu! Alexandra? Gu? Where are you guys? Gu? Oh my God."
"We're okay, Gu. We're okay. We're okay, Gu. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay."
In Filipino folklore, there is a creature known as a tikbalang. It has the body of a muscular man with the head of a horse. They love to mess with travelers in the forest and get them lost, sometimes manipulating them to the point of insanity. If you suspect that you're being played with by a tikbalang, you can reverse the curse by turning your shirt inside out, which confuses the creature. If only Gu and Alexandra had known.